Hey everyone, it's Nick Rosner with TechnicTips.com, and today I want to talk to you about blogging. Blogging is a tool that I love to use in order to get more traffic to my website and turn more of that traffic into customers. To do that, I'm going to tell you 5 rules that I've come up with for better business blogging. Now, one of the things that we're going to be talking about today is how to write a share nugget, and that's a handout, how to write a share nugget at TechnicTips.com. If you're not already watching this video on TechnicTips.com, go there, find the handout, print it out, and you can use this for every one of the blog posts that you write in order to make them more share friendly. So, blog strategy is all about putting the blog in the center. I put the blog in the center because it is able to get funneled into it by social media. I can use social media to promote my blog posts and to get more people onto my blog. People subscribe to my social media channel so that they can easily stay up to date on what I'm doing, on who I'm interacting with, and what I'm writing about, so that they can get the tips on web marketing that I provide. So if you provide a blog with tips for your customers, you can share those posts on social media. I also use blogging as a search engine optimization strategy. And you can do this too. When you make a blog and you write content in your niche, Google will send people to you who want to know what you're writing about. I also use my blog as the center of my email marketing strategy. When people come to my blog, they can get a free 1-hour video on social media for signing up to my email list. When they do that, they get notified by email when I write a new blog post that might be of interest to them. So this is a great way to both build your list and an excuse to email your list with new blog posts. It's also a great way to promote your videos when you do video marketing and put something on YouTube. If you put all of your videos also on your blog, it's a great cross-promotion strategy that you can use to have rich media that jumps out of the page and interacts with your customer on the other side. We're also going to talk a little bit about guest blogging and how that fits into my strategy, because it implements and supplements in-person and networking group marketing. You can use networking groups and in-person talking one-on-one to promote your blog. And it's a great way to give people the next step when you want to connect with them, to have people an easy way to follow up with you and continue that relationship that you're building. So a lot of people ask me, Nick, does blogging really work? And I tell them, yes, it works really well for me, and it can work really well for you if you do it the right way. I'm not a big fan of statistics, but I want to tell you a little sense of how blogging is done for me so that you can get a sense of idea of what kind of things you can expect if you do this right. And in 6 months on my blog, TechnicTips.com, I was able to increase my website visits by 4.5 times. And I've been doing a lot of marketing before this. And then when I've been really hitting the ground hard with my blog, which I've been doing for the last 6 months, it's increased my traffic by 4.5 times, which I think is just amazing. I have now readers in 40 different countries and every continent on the world. So it's a great way, if you have something that you can expand nationally or globally, you can do that with a blog. But there's also a focus, which I focus on people who are local to Minneapolis, Minnesota, where I'm located. So I can tell that I have the potential to reach out globally and nationally. But I'm also focusing on the people who I can drive to meet and actually, right now, be able to convert into customers. It's also gotten double of the traffic that I've gotten from Google. Because of the things that I write, Google has decided to send me, graciously, double the traffic they used to send me. So these are 3 different things that you can use to get more traffic to your site, and now we're going to talk about converting those traffic into customers. So a blog is simply a website that's easy to update with articles. That's all it really is. It's just a way that you can keep your site updated and that you can write content that's valuable to your customers. What that means to you is that it makes it really great for social media. People want to know on social media not just who you are, but what's new. What are you thinking about? What are you writing about? What's important for them to know that you're providing them? And because of that, you can grow your blog virally without you having to do anything with it. Once you get past a certain point, your blog will grow no matter what you do. It will be growing because people will be sharing it for you. Like we were talking about before, it's great for search engine optimization because Google loves to see new stuff. Google loves to see that your website is getting updated, and a blog is one of the easiest ways to do that because you don't have to know how to code to update your website. Your web designer can make you a blog, and you can update it yourself. It gives you an excuse to interact with customers. I know a lot of people tell me that every time you come up to me, you're selling me something, and I don't really like that. I want to get to know you before I'm going to do business with you. Blogging is great for that. It gives you an excuse to be talking to people. It gives people a chance to see who you are and what you know before they decide to sell. And trust. So many people on the web are not trustworthy, and people know that. If you have a blog and people can try you out and get to know what you know before they buy from you, it's a really great way for them to build trust with you. So let's get into the rules. Enough about blog strategy and how to think about a blog. We're going to talk about the rules. And number 1 is that you should say your blog address any chance you get. If you're in a networking group or something, when you get up and do your 60-second or minute-long commercial or something, you should say your blog address at the beginning and the end because those people are trying to promote for you. So let them. The worst thing you can do is when they're out trying to promote for you and they say, hey, I know this guy, Technic Consulting, that does this really great blog. It's techsomething.com. I don't really remember. You can Google it. You don't want that to happen. So you want people to know what your website is, and the best way you can do that is to say it repeatedly. If you do that well, you will get people coming to your website like your blog is a traffic magnet. So I have said my website a lot. Because of that, you may know it's technictips.com. So people are less likely to forget your website when you say it a lot. Number 2, I'm not going to go into this very much, but number 2 is to choose the right platform. And I'm just going to say what I use and not really go into a bit much about why, because there's a lot of articles on the web that you can use to find this. So I use WordPress.org. That's the one I recommend you use for your blog. It's highly customizable and extendable. Do not use WordPress.com, even though it's free, because people have gotten their websites shut down on WordPress.com if you have a commercial site. If you have to use these ones, Blogger, the Google blog software, Tumblr, which is a more social, photo-based software, Squarespace, Posterous, all those work just fine if you want to. But just remember, I really like to use WordPress.org. It's free. Don't use WordPress.com, and you can use those other ones if you want to. So now we're going to refer to the handout that's on technictips.com. It's how to write a share nugget. And this is how I think about every post. I think I want to write this so that people share it. And people don't want to share everything that comes out of your golden brain just because it's amazing. They want to share it because it's a good thing for them to share. And I'm not going to go into this really in depth because this is made for you to print out and look at when you're writing your blog post. But what you want to do is write your articles so that there's a great headline that encourages people to click. You want to write it so that you have a great intro that makes your content seem more important and introduces why people are looking at this at all. You want to make your content skimmable because people won't read your whole thing, but that's okay. Use bold. Keep your paragraphs short and make it so that when people read the 4 bold sentences in your blog post, they can get the gist of what you're talking about. So they don't have to read the whole thing if they don't want to. Always include a picture or a video or something that makes it more interesting to read than text, because text is boring. Who wants to sit and read something that's really long when there's so much video and images on the internet? So always include at least one image or one video to really make it so that it's exciting to read. And the last couple things is make it easy to share. We're going to talk about that in a second. And tell them to leave a comment. So tell people to leave a comment on your blog so that they're interacting with you as much as possible. Those are the 6 things that help make your content a share nugget. Now, when you make a share nugget, make it easy for people to share. This is rule number 4. Make it easy for people to share for you. These are 2 plugins that I have on every blog post that is called the Tweet Meme Retweet button and the like button from Facebook. If someone wants to share my content, by gosh, I want to let them. And they can do that with one click. When they click the retweet button, a window will pop up and say pre-populated with the link, my name of my blog, and the name of the blog post so that they can tweet it with one click. Same thing with the Facebook like button. They can share it with their database so that they are the ones that are promoting my content for me. And that's really powerful. The last thing that's important with blogging is to emphasize what you want people to do. These are the conversion goals. And here are 3 different goals that I have on my blog that are immediately obvious by design. Number 1 is I want people to connect on social media. I want people to deepen their relationship with me so that they're more likely to get to know me, trust me, so that they'll hire me as a consultant for web marketing. And you should do the same thing. Make it dead simple for people to find your Facebook page, for people to find your Twitter account, for people to find you on LinkedIn, and for people to find your YouTube channel. Anything else that you have, you should put into a link to make it easy for people. Also, be blunt about what you offer. It's really kind of funny that sometimes people have company blogs where I read the blog and I like their content and I'd be more than happy to promote for them, but I have no idea what they do. So have a blurb that tells people what you do and how they can get in touch with you. The third thing is I want people to subscribe. I want people to get the content I write, so I make it easy for them to enter their email address and get the blog content by email. And I also incentivize them to do that. So when people sign up for the email list, I give them a free 1-hour video on Facebook and how to market with Facebook and Twitter and social media and that kind of thing. And it is not just something that I use to get them in the door. It is a really good video. I worked hard on that thing. So make something that you would sell and provide it for free. That's the key. It's you want to give something of real value to get people onto your email list. Here's a bonus strategy that I use. I told you we're going to talk about guest blogging. And what guest blogging is allowing someone else to write something on your blog. I want to describe a situation for you where guest blogging is really useful. So you've met someone at a networking event, at a Chamber of Commerce event or something like that, and you take them out to coffee, you invite them out to your office, and you're getting to know each other for the first time. And you're trying to figure out what you can do to get on their good side. You can allow them to write an article on your blog. And when you do that, your blog gets more authority because there's another person validating that you're an expert. Your blog gets more variety. You get them promoting your blog post for you because they wrote it. And it's an easy favor that you can do for them. When they do this, they get more search engine optimization because you can include a backlink to their website. They get more exposure, and they get more traffic to their website. So it's a win-win for everybody, and it's a really great, free, easy way that you can use to connect with somebody and to get extra content for your blog, as long as it makes sense to include their content as something auxiliary to what you offer. Guest blogging is a great way to encourage people to get to know you and to use your blog and leverage your blog to get more leads in person. So, we've covered a lot of stuff on this, but the most important things to remember are these 5 rules and the bonus rule. Say your name as much as you can. Choose the best platform for what you need to do with blogging. Write your posts as share nuggets. Make it easy as possible for people to share for you. And emphasize your conversion goals. Remember also you can use guest blogging as a way to encourage people to get to know you. This is Nick Rosner with TechNickTips.com. I hope you liked the video and found the content useful. Good luck with your future company blog. Thanks.